to just break it down, what I've heard. First of all, he's 16 years old, so he is a child, but he's 16. I mean, I've been robbed by a group of 16-year-olds before that can fuck you up. Well, shut up. Beside the point. He has only been in prison for 5 months. That's not that long. Over rock throwing accusations, so he committed a crime and he got arrested. He's lost 26 pounds, maybe. He's contracted scabies. That is not Israel's fault, you know. And does that answer your question? He did something wrong, and he's being held for a couple months, and he has his head cut off. And he wasn't invaded in his home to have his head cut off or to be kidnapped into somebody's basement. He was on the side of the road and he was throwing rocks at a moving car. He was with a group of other boys, hoodlums, who were causing problems. And he got arrested. Why was he there? Why wasn't he here in America? Wait a minute. I thought that the Palestine was an open-air prison. You're telling me that he voluntarily visited an open-air prison, and while he was there, he spent time throwing rocks at passing cars? Is that what you're saying to me?
He was born in America?
He's Palestinian American, so he does have American citizenship. And I think that's the point. I have compassion for any innocent people on either side of this conflict, and I just have, I'm very concerned that an Asian American child is being held in prison. There's no family contact, he's developing diseases, and
you're literally going off of a PTR post from fucking Twitter, bro. There's no credible sources at all. You're just saying.
I don't think I'm looking very.
I'm trying. I hear you, Alan. Moved to America.
We don't know. We don't know.
Either way, he's an idiot. Okay.
Okay. I agree. He is an idiot. So that's the point. We don't know because it's a fucking meme from online and it doesn't have any sources cited and it doesn't provide any proof. It might as well be bullshit.
This is what I was talking about earlier.
It could be completely made up.
I think it's worrying because
it's worrying that you are falling for this retarded bullshit because I thought you were a smart kid.
American outlets are reporting on this, and I find this very worrying because this is in America.
Because it's a meme. What do you mean? No American outlets are reporting on these times. Why are American outlets reporting on your mama's titties?
Whoa, that's not nice. That's not nice.
And I don't have anything about
Who's that guy that posted it? Who is that guy?
What is the source information?
It's the PTR that he has right there, Daniel. It's the picture it's a picture from Twitter, from this guy who posted on Twitter. Let's see, his name is Jasper Nathaniel. I don't even know who that is. So we're gonna believe this guy Jasper Nathaniel?
Look, at the same time, I also heard that Israel mostly.
Just what is the source? Do that before you move on. Can you please let me?
Harry, the man who's known as Harry Balzac just answered your question. Julian is on a trip right now for some reason, but Harry just answered your question. The source is.
I'm asking Julian. I want to make sure for a second.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
What is the source that this tweet has of this story ever happening? Did you take its face value? Like, I'm wondering, why do you focus on scrutiny on Israel, but you just believe anything that is written in this obviously biased tweet? What is the source of the information?
Look, there's been arguments on Al Jazeera.
You know the source. Hold on. Let me explain the source.
I'm saying.
My friend, hold on 1 second. I'm asking for a source. The primary source, not where it was echoed, because as you know, I'm not asking in the reports, what is the source that they say that they got it from?
Look, there's no source in this post, but at the same time, this has been reported on Al Jazeera. The American outlets have been reporting on this, so I was really worried. Like, why is
Really?
no outlets?
Maybe you are so close, Julian. You are so close. You are so close, Julian. You are so close to figure it out. Why just those the Guardian and Al Jazeera are publishing this unverified, no evidence report based on God knows what, and the American or the Western one seem to not get like I don't know screenwriters to write that play. Like, do you understand evidence? Do you understand like the job of journalism? Like, own it for yourself. In the article that you read, if you even read more than the tweet, what is the source? As said by who? Family members? Like, what?
Like I said, this is reported on.
His source is Al Jazeera.
I don't care what was reported. Oh my God.
The Guardian.
I'm trying to help you, man. Man, I'm trying to help you. If you was really taking the fact, I would say that Julian, listen. Julian, no, repeating a lie doesn't make it more true. I'm asking.
I think it's very disrespectful for it to say an American child being held in prison.
Julian, you're missing the point in a really disturbing way. It's very
Maybe
disturbing.
I am, but I think
You're a symbol of what's wrong with the American public education system.
Prison and
Julian, there's something wrong right now. Julian, did you take the vaccine?
You don't have to answer that question.
Julian, did you take it? How many vaccines did you take, Julian?
That's against HIPAA. You don't have to answer that question.
Julian, you're missing the point in a major disturbing way. It is a meme online, okay? So
I don't think it's a meme if it's been reported on The Guardian and Al Jazeera.
well, put the link in the chat. Can you put the link in the chat? Put the link in the chat. Put the link in the chat.
Wow.
Put the link in the chat.
Okay, put the link in the chat. Like, this isn't a joke. A child being held in prison and developing
Says
diseases.
who? Says who? Based on what? What is the evidence that was presented? Who did they speak to? What did they see? Who
Well,
saw?
he didn't get his teeth knocked out. Not looking at it.
Do you understand the fact that Al Jazeera wrote a story that maybe someone told her doesn't mean shit? And they believe it, so you believe it? You have some respect for yourself and use the brain that was given to you by God and think for yourself. What was I presented? You asking us?
The Guardian is reputable, so
Based on what? On your opinion?
Julie,
Because they repeat the same lie? Forget about the Guardian. Use your own brain. Even the Guardian, that is the most reputable, never says anything unprofessionally. Can you go into the Guardian and see what is their source? And think for yourself, is it a credible source? Did they even mention the source? Or they just report it based on like, how? Did they go to the Megiddo prison? Al Jazeera? The Guardian? No, they didn't. So what, telepathically? For fuck's sake, like, use your brain. Actually, they are reliable sources, so I believe them. Like God, this is how they brainwash you. Just believe whatever they told you, because they just stand with the guardian of it, as if it's like the Ministry of Truth.
well, so this is an article from The Guardian. U.S. Embassy officials have conducted welfare checks on Mohammed Ibrahim since his detention, but have faced restrictions in recent weeks. According to an email sent by a State Department official to the family, Zahir Mohammed's father said he was informed by the embassy after an early visit that his son appeared to have lost 12 kilograms, 26 pounds in the spring. In mid-July, the State Department issued warning to the family in an email sent by the Guardian that Ibrahim was suffering from scabies, and contagious skin infection caused by mites, and was receiving medical treatment, said U.S. officials would visit once he recovered.
So scabies, basically. Yeah, that happens sometimes, especially in like prisons or army, because of the type of war.
Oh, but I thought it was a mean to understand.
No, scabies could happen. That shit happens. Not a crime.
There's
Shit
no
happens.
there's no reliable source that he just mentioned that shows that this guy, who we don't even know if that picture is actually his real picture or his name, even exists, or he's even in a prison. It's all bullshit propaganda, and I said this earlier in the room, is these fuckers come in here from TikTok and from Twitter, and the first thing they read, they believe. It's brainwashing. That's all it comes down to. That's it.
Yeah, if you read the article,
Learn how to think for yourself.
it was in an email that the Guardian saw. So, yeah, there's a lot of details in the article.
Thank you, George.
There's actually a lot of details, and US NBC officials have verified it, so I don't see how this is a fake person.
What is the name of the...
I honestly don't give a fuck. What I give a fuck about is the hostages that are still in Gaza, which no one seems to talk about. You come in here talking about this fucking guy who threw rocks or whatever he did, broke the law, who deserves to be in jail. So I don't give a shit about it. I care about the people who were innocently taken from their homes while they were sleeping in the bed at 7 in the morning because terrorists came and fucking walked into their house with AK-47s. That's what I care about. And then they raped the women, children, whatever. They killed the dogs in the fucking kibbutz there. They burned the houses down. But you care about some fucking kid that broke the law because he's a fucking retard, thought that he was going to be a martyr, thought he was going to be a fucking shaheed or whatever the fuck he was thinking he was going to be because he threw rocks at tanks like a fucking retard.
When he gets from the embassy and seeing doctors that weigh him and treat him for scabies, this is your problem, not the hostages. You see how they look like?
I care about the hostages.
So who people talk about a criminal that is in jail?
I care about
Julian,
humans and humanity.
Julian, criminals should be in jail, and people that try to murder people should go to a mental institution. Okay? You should not be here defending them and talking about them as if they're like people that were like oppressed. No, the guy's a fucking he's not a child. He's not a child.
You have been given many answers to your query here.
Hello, moderators. Moderators, this is John. I'd like to make a demonstration and show you a quick diagnostic. Julian, what is 370?
John, can I mod, or if I give you the green bean, are you gonna just end the room?
No, I won't. Julian, this is a quick diagnostic for the room. What's 373 times 1,000? What is 373 times 1,000?
I'm not answering that.
Okay, let me give you an easier version. What is 100 times 1,000? What is 100 times 1,000? Go ahead, Julian.
You really don't know that, Julian? Really?
This is an important diagnostic here. Because it's important to know. It's important to know that as a speaker and having a debate with Julian, if you can't even answer a simple math question, maybe it's you that are having the problem, failing to realize that Julian, may not all be there, but you are having an intense debate with somebody who may not all be there. Someone that can't do 100 times 1,000. 100 times 1,000.
I know the answer to that, but I don't see what that has to do with the topic.
Okay, prove it. Prove it on the spot, and then we'll know that our diagnostic test has been completed.
Well, you just put it on the cap there right now. We know.
Every child that commits a crime, no matter how old he is, should be in fucking jail. And I hope this kid fucking rots in jail.
It's the same thing that happens in America.
Every guy's have scabies.
If you commit a murder in America and you're 16 years old, they're going to charge you as an adult. You're very close. You're close to 18 as a child.
He's a child. Let it go. Don't arrest the criminal. Don't arrest the murderer. Let him go outside and kill more Jews because he's a child. Exactly. Look, the problem should be with the indoctrination of children that teaches them from a young age that it's a holy war to go and slaughter Jews. Okay, that should be a problem. They didn't say a word about it. You're blaming the Jews for arresting him before he killed the Jew and put him in fucking jail when he's getting all the rights, like visiting from his counselor and doctors.
And his family's from Florida.
Julian, you're a
The
fucking.
governor of Florida is helping him because he's from Florida.
Okay.
Julian, why was he throwing rocks in the West Bank instead of chilling on the beach in Florida?
Samaria, not the West Bank.
All right, well, for Julian, I'm just using the words that are appropriate for Julian.
I know it is, in Samaria it is, and also,
Why was he throwing rocks and not eating his mother's junk nude or whatever it's called?
look, like I said before, I do feel for the hostages currently in Gaza. I do.
Wait, what about my question? What about my question? I didn't ask you about the hostages.
You know what we just said? I feel for them.
What about...
I feel for them. Listen, fucking me.
We didn't ask about the hostages right now. I asked why was he throwing rocks? Why was he throwing rocks, Julian?
Look, he was accused of throwing rocks.
Why was he? Why was he?
Why was he? So we're telling you that if he was accused, it's because it happened. Okay. So if you take face value of what they're saying, take face value what we're saying. He was throwing rocks, as it says there, and then he was arrested, and now he's facing trial. Let's say, according to your tweet. Why was he throwing rocks? Was he skipping them on a lake with his buddies?
Look, like I said before, I think
Try to answer. It's important. It's important. It's not a gotcha. If you understand this, maybe it will open your eyes. It's a child falsely accused.
Daniel, there is no opening Julian's eyes. He supports murderers. It's just that simple.
Julian, what is 373 times 1,000?
300,000.
Oh shit! 373,000.
Yes.
373,000.
You have 200.
Anyway, what does this have to do with the topic? Because at the same time, I'm very
You chose to answer this.
I acknowledge.
What about the question of why? We asked you why was this stone thrown? Try to answer this.
I understand these are accusations. At the same time, I don't know.
Commodities are necessities. We don't need commodities.
You don't need Red Bull. I mean,
It's not a commodity.
well, I'm sorry, maybe I used the wrong word.
Yeah, there's a lot of words here.
Gas.
Using a lot of proprietary words that you have to know the specific definition of. Yeah, like
I'm sorry, I thought I could look at
colonial definitions. She's not going to be familiar with the economic definitions.
Oh my god, you just said a lot of people like they're idiots. Okay.
There's no way to talk with you guys and spend there's time with them, just go and just leave them here talking bullshit.
Okay. I really hope y'all change your approach, please.
I think you're making this up.
It's not I hate to admit is that Mel Gibson makes some of the best movies in the game. Latest, and it pains me as a Judas. Yeah, a couple of good ones. Braveheart, Apocalypto. What else did he do? That's really good. Patriot was fun. Even though it's not a great movie, it's a fun movie.
Not recordings. I got text messages. I got pictures. I have screen grabs. Because people be lying.
when it comes to Clubhouse, it ain't that deep for me to go back and forth with people. But I'm realizing in the last 2 weeks, people have been up in arms, lying way too much.
This new thing where people do not understand hypothetical situations. I'm working with young people all the time. There are some people, younger people, the future stewards of society, who do not comprehend the concept of a hypothetical situation. And so you'll say to them, hey, if you were going to do that, and they're like, oh, like right now? And you have to say to them, no, like in the future, like in your imagination, like pretend, like do you know pretend? Can you pretend? Let's do it differently. Yes, it's very much. No, it's felony. It's very much. It's felony assault. No, if he he said it didn't happen. He didn't say no. He didn't. Okay, but if it happened, it's felony assault. It doesn't matter why. No, of course it matters. It matters why, because it's not a criminal act. It is a criminal act. No, it's in your words. It could be attempted murder also. It is a terrorist assault. No. In your world, this is terrorism because it's the reason why it matters also in court. Okay. Well, it why be an additional charge. Terrorism, have an additional charge of terrorism. Yes, sure. But I'm asking why it matters to me. Why? You're missing the point also. The question is why, not what. No, but Jason, that would be the classification. Why did he get up the same day, got out, and decided to throw those rocks? Right. Not right. But that's the question. He does in jail. He's in jail for assault. But it does matter. It does matter. If you rob somebody. Oh my God, Jason. Well, it does matter. Jason. No, for you, it's assault, okay? But it does matter why. Because it happens a lot for the same reason. For the courts, it's assault. No, for the courts, it's terrorism. The justice system, it's assault. Wait. No, Jason, I can't say no enough. Go and study the topic about the Palestinian terror. Just assault, like you would do if I went to the supermarket and I have a fight. It's not. No, assault is when you put someone in fear of bodily harm. Okay, and battery is when you deliver on it. Battery is when you harm them. That's what those two things are. Intent is a critical part of any violent act. Yes, intending to. If you don't have the intent of self-defense, it's assault. Any violent. I don't know why you guys are arguing about this right now. Because that's all you need to know to explain why the kid is in jail. It is not a hush. It matters, Jason. If it doesn't matter to you, let the conversation go because it does matter. Maybe if you get the answer, you will understand why. Maybe if you look at what I'm saying, we heard what you're saying. We heard what you said 7 times. But the question that I had was not what was the charge. I asked why was that after that morning. Why did he get up this morning and decided to throw rocks? That is the question that interests me. And I think that if Julian would understand it, he would have a better understanding of the entire situation and not think that it's like a child that was arrested and accused and got scared.
Look, I understand that, but at the same time, I'm reading the article, and I think they make it clear that his family does dispute the charges about
Of course they do. They always do. What does that mean? That means nothing. Oh no, so that didn't happen. If the family says that the child didn't throw rocks, then obviously what are we talking about? That actually never happened, that a Palestinian threw a rock at the Jew. That would be actually the first, so it makes sense. And me asking you, like, I think 12 times, you failed to answer once. And I think it's because you know the answer, you just don't want to admit it for some reason.
What was the question?
The question is, why did that little child, instead of playing at home with his friends, soccer with a ball, decided to take a rock and throw it at Jews? He's a child, I remind you. Okay, not a militant, not a fighter. He should be, I don't know, nursing
Whatever children do in your eyes at the age of 16.
Look, at the
He doesn't want to answer because he knows the answer to the question.
Right.
Why wasn't he nursing? Why was he nursing in his mother's
Right.
bosom?
Also, and then
I think that's a valid question, but I think we're also ignoring that his family did dispute the charges.
I am not asking about you that. Try to focus on my question first. Answer my question, then we can talk about.
Let's return to Tom's because I think that this is really disturbing that Julian is consistently. Julian, we have heard, like you, we can hear you. We're all on the group call together. We can hear you. So you already said the family disputed the charges. That was already responded to. Then it was your turn again. Then you said again, the family disputes the charges. That is very disturbing because it's like you're not
we're talking about
with
the
the
same
not following.
topic. We're still talking about why he threw these rocks.
No, Daniel, it doesn't matter if the family disputes the charges.
Basic. I think that is important because I
Then
think
why do you think he was arrested then? Then why do
on
you
both sides
think
now.
he was arrested then?
They're both
Why do you think he is arrested then?
He was. It literally.
Why
I'm
do you
going
think?
from the
Why
article.
do you think? Go to
He's
the article. Go
accused
to the article.
of throwing these
So,
rocks.
but why?
He was like,
Why? Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Why would Israel take a 16-year-old and
Why
not
would they
leave
take
him
his whole
open in
family?
detention?
Why wouldn't they take his whole fucking family? Why would they just roll up and shoot them all? Why wouldn't he shoot them all? Why wouldn't they go up? Why did they airstrike that whole? Listen, airstrike the whole fucking
Believe what you want to believe, and just listen. Believe what you believe, but just give us the reason why this event happened. If you want to say that it's through the rock, why they threw the rock? If you say that Israel arrested him falsely, why? Like, try to make sense of it so we can understand you, because I don't think we do.
Look, I'm just trying to say that I just think it's worrying an American child is being held on these
We heard you there. We heard you. I agree with you. It's worrying that an American child is being held on these actions.
You're not answering
I
the
agree
question.
with you word for word.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's really not answering what family is
That's what
saying.
his family is saying, and that's disturbing. It's disturbing that his family is a bunch of fucking dirty liars. And they're not just fucking owning up to reality. Their son is a Palestinian terrorist who goes on vacation to Judea and Samaria to steal rocks and from Palm Bay, Florida. They enlisted the help of Florida government. They were there half the year.
The thing with the whole body, they don't shoot.
Julian,
Americans are arrested. Shoot the food for them and put it in their mouth.
Guys, Americans are arrested all over the world all the time for crimes like this. And though the U.S. is not busting out or whatever, people who commit crimes should be in fucking jail. Okay, and this kid probably is in that category, dude. That's not fucking concerning. That's the system working.
Are you not dealing with someone from America?
Any person in America that would throw rocks at police officers will be put in jail right away. Like, no questions about it.
And it's amazing the way that he says American child. Like, dude, are you lying to yourself, trying to manipulate like the situation? Let's maybe call it a terrorist documented child. The Julian. Yes. So maybe your problem should be child indoctrination and recruitment of children. That should be your problem.
Julian, my question remains unanswered. It is another hypothetical question, so you might have trouble with this one. But if he wasn't arrested for throwing rocks, Julian, you agree it's possible that he did not throw rocks? You agree? It's possible he did not throw rocks. Is this true?
Well, so he's accused of throwing rocks.
He's been accused of throwing rocks.
Like, as I previously stated, returning to the script, he was and the family rejected it. So
Julian, why do you believe that he was specifically targeted?
I thought the Zionist do like Hitler.
Jesus fucking Christ. This is a big waste of
Where
time.
was it? Where was he arrested? Was he arrested at the pool of the soccer field? Like, where was the arrest?
Wait, let's.
It's the article. Thank you.
Let's just confirm what my friend the trash bag just said, that this is a huge waste of fucking time. Let's just confirm that for everybody here so you know how to proceed. That this is a huge waste of fucking time. Huge waste of time.
Yeah, I think it's great, honestly.
No, well, we spend too much time
But in
about
the process, we're making ourselves look like retards because this is a self-roasting app, and anytime you open your mouth on this app, you end up roasting yourself. And so I've actually done a bunch of shit today. Like drove around and did a couple errands, but I think the entire time that I've been doing that, I've been halfway trying to focus on this fucking retarded gobbledygook that people are arguing about. I mean, no offense to anybody in particular, but it is a big waste of time, probably.
So what do we want to talk about then?
Well, we could potentially, first of all, let me just say, we could potentially waste less time if we had slightly more efficient communication. Like if we didn't have to go back and forth. You know, John has suggested in the past that we might have like a 1 minute hard limit for every speaker has 1 minute hard stop. And I think if we implemented that, well, yeah, I don't know, but I think that could make a lot of headway. And I think that people have to listen. I mean, you have to listen if you're being spoken to. You have to really, really, really listen. And that's a big ask, too, because sometimes I'm speaking to somebody, I'm like, hey, are you hearing me? I can't see their face. I'm trusting that they're hearing me, but then when it's their turn to speak, it sounds like they didn't really hear me fully. So
Because they don't give a shit about what you say. They care only about the agenda and the propaganda that they want to spread. I 100% agree with you. It's a waste of time. You want to hear what? You want to hear what you heard already a million times before? About what they say? It's never new. I want to see Giuliano or anybody motherfucker else in his private car get hit by a rock and tell me, oh, it's only a rock. Why you want to shoot him? Let's see what happened to you when you're driving and you get hit by a rock. That's surprising you.
Have you ever seen those videos, Julian, of the people
I
driving?
probably think so, truck because he's a truck driver.
No.
No, that's not why, because that's what these fucking kids do. They throw rocks at trucks, at cars, people, like innocent people, civilians driving to and from work. You know, they take
Because he's a truck driver. Do you understand this stupidity?
But you missed the point that he's a child of his family, said that it didn't happen. You missed that.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we're missing all the points. We always on the miss. Somehow, we always on the miss. We never on the get it. And Julian is claiming that he's so much for Israel, and he cannot bring himself to say one good thing about Israel. Unbelievable.
I love him.
Go sit on the cactus, you fucking piece of shit.
Sit on a what?
I just said I love like something from Israel. There's shawarma. I think their beaches are
Sit on a cactus.
Their shawarma, really, Julian? Their shawarma?
How about all the gays, Julian?
and their beaches.
Cute guys there.